I take my paint with the tip of brush, and first of all I would like to make it easy for myself because the cat face is a little bit look like oval shape here, and two triangle on the top as a ear, and then with a cylinder connected to each part of my canvas. So I try to have an idea about it should be placed here. This part is my background, and then a little bit of empty space here and here. So I draw the line that I have an idea where should be placed the ears, and where should be placed the end of face. I would like to have this space green, and even the body or the bottom of face. I think if I imagine this oval shape on the center, this is good for the end of body because I need some space as a background. After you've placed four sides of your surface, now I mentioned this is like an oval shape. Very narrow line, you can draw an oval shape to have an idea. This is a cat face. Not exact oval shape, but it's something easily like that. And two triangle shape for the ear I mentioned. One is here, the other is here. Then we will make it more accurate. Green a little bit, light blue to mix with it. It's already moved toward lighter, and it depends how much blue you add to your green. You can have your turquoise blue a little lighter or darker, or toward more bluey or less bluey. I think it's okay. I'm happy with this color is matched with some brush stroke here and there. We need more green. This time, green is more than blue, should be. For this, I add a lots of light blue in my green. For the other color, I mix the same color, blue and green, but less blue I use to mix it because I would like to have more greeny color. do your own color that you like. And then for this darkness, I add my green, a little brown, mix with it to move toward darker tone. And easily apply on the surface. Cover around the drawing. It's nice to have heavy paint and see all the brush stroke. Even with this color, you can fix the shape of your drawing as well. If you're not happy with any part, you can even cover it. Bring it inside of the cat. And then at the same time, bring some darker mid-tone. Actually, it's not dark tone, mid-tone, and bring some gently stroke like that. Would be interesting for the background. Just play with the light and dark tone and add some stroke. When you want to show it's a stroke, it's better to use less pressure. For the first color that you add on the background, that's okay. Any pressure you would like to add, it's fine. But when you bring the light, darker tone and would like to let it sit like this, very gently touch your surface with less pressure. We add white, blue. We already have reddish brown, dark brown, and yellow ochre. I see some black color too, but I add black at the end for the brush stroke. I don't use it right now. So all these colors is good to go for our cat. We need to premix the creamy color I mentioned. Creamy color can mix with the yellow ochre or you can mix with the reddish brown. Both are fine, but it needs to have lots of white, very less this color. I'm going to mix with yellow ochre. For the blue, I think it's okay to mix with a little brown. So I take my blue color here. It's not shiny like that. A tiny bit brown. Make it a little darker. Yeah, that's more better. It's already have the feeling of blue, but it's dark. It's good for the shadow. It's like grayish, bluish, something like that. That's a good option for our cat. So I just go with the pure yellow ochre. If you add heavy paint, would be okay, because it's always lovely to see the brush stroke. And then clean the brush. We just finish here and one by one move on the rest. So on the back, I see reddish brown here, more. As always, I mentioned that anytime you can fix the drawing, fix the shape, even here. We already finished the background, so you can bring it out a little bit more if you feel should be make your ear bigger or smaller. Clean the brush. Feeling of darker tone here, just one stroke. make it a little dark. You can turn the way of your brush stroke like that. Small stroke. Napkin always make helpful to clean the brush. I see a little bit yellow ochre on this part. One stroke would be okay. Bring small stroke and smaller brush would be more helpful. So this is the first layer. Just you see that all the colors are beside each other. Even you can play a little bit because both color creamy and yellow ochre are wet. Just a little bit, we can move on with the creamy color into the yellow ochre like that. And from yellow ochre come to the creamy color. So very gently with tip of the brush, you can bring it even for this side because the background is dry. We can move with the pure white color and add a tiny bit movement to make this fair. A tiny bit you can do. Or you can leave it at the end. Little bit more to add. Then clean with napkin. Move on with yellow ochre for this side. Here we need yellow ochre too. Then darker brown beside these two. Because we work all these colors at the same time, the others are, you know, when I bring reddish color beside dark brown is already wet. So you can help your reddish brown move to the dark brown. When you bring creamy color or yellow ochre, and then beside that you bring the darker brown, it's already both color wet, so you can help your stroke to move on into each other and get rid of the edges. Here and the nose is more creamy, but I prefer to start with yellow ochre and then on top I bring the creamy color. And I'm not going inside the eyes. Try to go beside that. And I love heavy texture and see my brush stroke, so I'm not worried about each stroke to make it clean. I just pass from here and add a tone on whole face of cat with yellow ochre. Move on with creamy color on top. And it's wet already, so it let my creamy color be reduced, the shiny color, shiny tone, and fade into the yellow part, which is so good. And make the nose be more separate from the other part. But not cover totally whole this part with creamy color. We need to have yellow to be visible. For the eye. Even cover this part of the nose. We can put yellow ochre as a base and then bring reddish brown, brown, and the creamy color on top of it. When you use heavy paint on top, it takes time to get dry, so you can easily bring the next color. Heavy paint, I mean more texture, like that. And let it heavily sit here on your surface. And please not let it dry. Clean your brush, move on creamy color, bring it beside the eyes, under it actually, like that. And then very gently move it into the yellow ochre with less pressure. When it's here beside the nose as well. One movement here on top. Some stroke. And then reddish brown here. I use actually draw brush because I don't add any water in my paint, so it's already look like draw brush. And then very gently, with less pressure, try to sit on top of yellow ochre, so it would be helpful to make texture. Let me show you what I mean. And then move on with darker brown. We can bring it the other way inside the face. I start from the outside, bring it inside. I divide it into two parts like this. I cover whole this part with yellow ochre. I would just want to show you that how you can do the same for the face. I just cover it by whole yellow ochre. So with a brush, just cover all this part. Even you can cover everything, all this body, not just one part. Bring heavy colors with stroke. And I will bring more like that. Heavy, I mean like this. You see how much paint I take on with my brush? And I try to add and just play with my stroke to bring it and let it sit on top of yellow ochre. Then you can bring it up. Please not cover everything. It's okay to leave it like that. Randomly bring it into the dark brown or even on top of yellow ochre. So this technique is working layers and layers on top of each other. Like that. Just the feeling of reddish will come on top. Like this. And it's still, everything is wet. And then at the other side, you can bring some reddish brown, one movement. Then leave it like this. Now, take creamy color, because less creamy color, because it doesn't need to be really light here. From the bottom part, bring some tone very gently into the yellow ochre and bring it up. So I don't go like patchy as a face. Sometimes it's easy to go like that, make the colors beside each other. Sometimes it's more easy to go like this. One color, like the base of this cat is yellow ochre. And then we can bring some reddish brown or dark brown. And for the light part, we bring creamy color. Very gently touch this part. Now let the creamy color move in your yellow ochre and bring it on top. I can again work on top, bring it some pure yellow ochre like this. You see, I just ruined the colors that I make it. I just come by yellow ochre on top and cover everything. And now I see, okay, I would like to bring reddish brown. Take reddish brown, again, heavy paint. For some movement like that, bring some color here, bring some color here. Just a stroke, play with your painting, play with your cat. Bring some color here, a little here, but just with less pressure, because with more pressure you can lift up your paint. We don't want to lift up, we just want to help the second color sit on the first one. So just move it very gently. That's the only technique. Move it very gently like that, and spread some browny, reddish brown on top of yellow ochre. Please not cover everything. We would like to see all the colors that we add on our cat. Even a little bit here. Interesting. And then clean your brush, because this part of the face should be in darkness. So I bring the darker color of brown. Same technique, bring some dark tone, patchy here. Heavy paint, bring it some darkness here. With pointy brush and reddish brown, I shape it. Sorry, with the brown it's better, darker brown. I come down with C curve here, make it tall, long C curve, but it's wet. If I want to help it sit beside that and it's dark color, less pressure. And another C curve here. But I'm not happy with the shape. So again, I can back with yellow ochre and fix the shape. So I think, yeah. We already have the green color of background. We need black and white for the eyes. And for the nose, we need this brown color that we already have mixed with a little bit white to make it just a bit toward pinky color. So I start with dark black Just draw the shape of the eyes again. One line here on top, bring it down, and draw the pupil with this dark color. For the other eyes, it's the same. The top part is more straight. You can add the black color. And then shape it here, bring it down, make it gentle C curve and C curve here. This line should be narrow on the top, and this part is okay to be thick. That's fine. Even I make it more thick. This part it's better to be narrow here. And then black pupil we need to have. Draw it as a black. It's a little oval shape. So I take my green, cover the eyes. Try to be gently, not touch the black, because my black is wet. I just finished because some of you want to disconnect. Then give you this chance to see all the part of the painting. And around this part. But I prefer to bring the pure white color because the green eyes are still wet. I would like to bring the white mix here, this part. Go on back and make this side a little lighter. A little white again for the other eyes. Draw the line to make it a little lighter. You see this light and dark inside the eyes. After that, with this pointy brush, just pure white color, one dot we need to bring inside the black. Just a split a napkin like that. Let it everything dry. If it's not dry, please not do that. After it's dry, very gently straight like that. Put it your brush here. Throw it out. Put here just one time. Put it here, throw it out. Put it here. It's better really watery to move it easily. Even mine has not enough water. That. If something happened like this, so please not worry. Always I mention that we can fix it. So because sometimes we are not happy with the thickness of the whiskers, we have already the color of background. We can back and again cover it. With some dry brush. Or even you can make it some narrow. This is one. If you want to make the fur, bring it into the background, it needs to be draw brush, something completely different. We have already draw brush like that. We can make it more draw by napkin. Just touch it napkin like this. You see, you think that you cancel all the paint from your brush, but you don't do that. You just make it be dry and easily just the edges you can add like this, even add some here. It's already dry brush and make a sound when you move it in your surface. I think we need the creamy style for here, creamy color. Oh, sorry, no, yellow ochre. Draw it with this. Very gently. Do like that. You see, it's dry. You cannot easily move it. You can make a fur. So after you finish the whiskers with dark brown, we bring, it's not just single dot, we try to make it as more line, as more like a circle, make as a line. With dark black, like that, like this.